everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the Statkun Report, Liberty Revealed. I'm your host, Ken Statkun, and tonight we're going to be talking about J.D. Vance, the vice president pick by Donald Trump to run this ticket on this election. And I think it's important to talk about J.D. Vance and get behind him, because what we're seeing right now is an attack on J.D. Vance by the establishment media. Right now, the establishment media is attacking him with everything they have. And one thing I've learned is that Democrats are always Democrats. Republicans, most Republicans are Democrats. There's a lot of outrage from a lot of people about the Republican Party and the Democrat Party being two wings of the same bird. And this is exactly why we think that, because there are sellouts from establishment Republicans and establishment conservatives saying that Trump made a mistake picking J.D. Vance. Trump did not make a mistake picking J.D. Vance. If you've seen the movie Hillbilly Elegy, this guy's background is unlike any other candidate out there. His background, he comes from the foothills of Kentucky, grew up in poverty. His mother, he came from a family of addicts who didn't amount to much, and this guy became a U.S. Marine, put himself through college, started a business, became a United States Senator for the state of Ohio, and he's only 39 years old. This guy was a Marine and fought in Iraq. And right now, the established media is talking shit on him. After what that guy has done for this country, you gotta be freaking kidding me. This guy has shown his loyalty to this country, has answered the call, went overseas into Iraq, and you got Kamala Harris questioning his loyalty. I want you guys to check this clip out from his rally, where he addressed Kamala Harris's attack on his loyalty to this country. Check this out.
The other day, Kamala Harris questioned my loyalty to this country. That's the word she used, loyalty. And it's an interesting word, simplify, loyalty, because there is no greater sign of disloyalty to this country than what Kamala Harris has done at our southern border. And I'd like to ask the Vice President, what has she done to question my loyalty to this country? I served in the United States Marine Corps. I went to Iraq for this country. I built a business for this country. And my running mate took a bullet for this country. So my question to Kamala Harris is, what the hell have you done to question our loyalty to the United States of America?
So all weekend long, you have the establishment media, left and right, attacking this guy, calling him freaking weird. Really? They're calling him weird? Have they freaking taken a look at their candidate Harris, that cackling lunatic, who every time you ask her a question, she just laughs it off and has no coherent answer? They're going to attack J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance is a good guy. I don't agree with him on everything. I don't agree with anybody on anything 100%. But we need good leaders right now. And if I'm 80% for them, the other 20% is negotiable. You've got the first good VP pick that you've had in eons, and you're gonna shit on him after what he's done? So what's freaking crazy to me about this whole thing is that, the Democrats aren't attacking Harris now. They're singing her praises. But guess what? They have. Check out this media compilation of when the media talk shit on their candidate because they wanted somebody else. But now that they don't have a choice and this is who they've got, they're just going to sing her praises. You got to check this out.
Reports to say that you have the lowest approval rating of any vice president.
Well, there are polls that also say I have great approval ratings.
Swing voters don't like Harris. How big a drag is Kamala Harris on the ticket?
She's a pretty big drag. I think she was arguably Biden's worst political decision.
They don't like her. There's lots of reasons they don't like her.
Kamala Harris's approval rating is now at 28%.
which is an historic low for any modern vice president.
We're hearing it from mainstream media, one outlet after another, one leak after another. That Kamala Harris is the worst vice president ever, the worst politician ever.
We don't see the vice president. What people are saying to me, and I'm sure they're saying it to you, where is the vice president? Some White House officials are feeling that she came off looking unprepared for inevitable questions about when she might visit the southern border.
We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making.
The point that Lester Holt was making was obvious to anyone else who was watching this interview, which is that the issues at the border are inextricably linked with the portfolio that she's been given.
It's absolutely crazy. The establishment media on the left and the right are not the same. The establishment left, we already know what they're like, but the establishment right, they pretend to be conservatives, they pretend to be lovers of liberty, but anytime they get a chance to sell out somebody, to sell out J.D. Vance and talk shit on them, they do. Why? Because they want to look like, reasonable Republicans to people that hate them, like the freaking Washington Post. It's a disgrace. This is the guy that you want on the vice president ticket. Who are they considering on the left for their ticket? Our governor here in Pennsylvania, Shapiro? Really? That guy's a freaking moron. We got to get our heads in the game here, okay? We need to go out and vote like we're 10 freaking points behind. I'm not kidding you here. There's a lot of people out there that think we have it in the bag because there was an assassination attempt. Yeah, he gained a lot of followers from that, but this is not a freaking game. These people are throwing everything they have at this election to try to steal it from you. It's mind games, and we gotta freaking wake up. The time is now. So, you can pick who you want. You can, like who you like you don't like, that's fine. But I'm telling you guys right now, I'm with J.D. Vance. I'm with Trump. I support Trump's decision to pick J.D. Vance. He's young. And his history speaks for itself. I just want to add one thing real quick. Going back to them attacking him all weekend. They're making, going back to them attacking him all weekend about, what were they attacking him about? That's what I want to talk about real quick. What were they attacking him about? They were attacking him for a comment he made years ago about a freaking cat and childless cat ladies. That doesn't mean freaking anything. It doesn't mean squat. This guy's record speaks for itself. The guy fought in Iraq. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks again for tuning in to the Statkun Report. This is Liberty Revealed, and I'll see you guys on the next one.